Bitch, I'm running with the game.
Come on, bro.
Sophisticated ignorance.
Episode. Go ahead.
Episode 26.
We here.
Yes,
We ain't got no motherfucking guests.
None. What's up?
OGs only.
Yeah.
You know what we had to do? We had to go back to it. Put together a nice little show for y'all today.
Yup.
I see gonna start us off with his topic, his unscripted topic.
Oh, wait. What y'all been on, bro? Just give the people an update on your life.
Shit.
How's life?
I ain't been up to nothing, man. You know, same old UPS. I still got a lot of things in the work. We gonna talk about later on in the podcast.
Yep.
Other than that, man, just chilling. Trying to find some new music, bro. Tired of listening to the same old. My nigga Drake just dropped that verse today.
Word?
Yeah.
The summer walk.
I ain't never heard the song before that, so I'm glad I heard the whole song today.
What do you do? A remix with the City Girls?
Oh boy.
Nah,
City Boys. City Boys. Nigga, we the City Boys.
Real talk.
Low key.
Birkin bag.
Bad trademark it.
We the City Boys, nigga. That might be the name of the episode.
So we
City
changing what the name of the
City
podcast to the
Boys?
City Boys.
Nah, that's a nickname.
Alright.
That's our surname.
Never when we won't pop out.
Alright, what you been on,
We're
man?
the City Boys. Shit, working this
So-
9 to 5. Yeah, hey, that's one thing
You
I
went
do.
to Sully's?
That's one thing I do gotta say about going out to Sully's, man.
Sick.
Whenever I do go out, somebody give me problems, man. I just let them know they better leave me alone. So my friend Isaiah's gonna come beat them up. No bullshit, bro. I'll be like, stop.
I ain't going to jail, bro.
My friend Isaiah's a kickboxer. He'll
I
whoop
ain't
your
going to
ass.
jail, though.
Yeah.
No cap.
Nah. Self-defense.
That's true.
You just
Bro, I mean, honestly,
What
bro, when you train that shit, you be like, bro, I want a nigga to try me so bad.
That's what I was gonna ask you, bro. That's what I was
So
gonna
I
ask
can
you.
try this.
Like, do you really
If
just
I
be
kick the
like,
nigga in the head, bro, swear to God, if I kick the nigga in the head in Sully's,
oh yeah,
I would be the
no.
coldest nigga ever, bro.
Yeah, because that's all everybody was talking about.
Solidified.
But
I'd be the Suge Knight of Louisville.
do you like, since you do kickboxing and shit, do you ever just like go and try to start shit knowing that the other person can't beat your ass?
Nah.
Even
Yeah.
if they're not big.
Sometimes. But they
Pause.
never, yeah, sometimes.
Alright.
But
Well,
yeah. It never happened. Nothing ever happened.
alright, we wasted 2 minutes of your
Yeah,
time.
we are.
I see friends kick us off, man.
Oh, yeah. So, I was basically doing some work in this class that I got, and it made me think about, like, motherfuckers in America,
Right.
in our culture, are always talking about follow your dreams, chase what you want, or you're gonna be sad in life. They're always talking about being ambitious, leaving your whole life behind and going to follow your dream, or you're gonna regret it. Now, I get that, but at the same time,
Right.
is there shame in working, burying your head and working a 9 to 5 for 40 years? What's wrong with that? Do you see anything wrong with that?
Nah, it really just depends on the predicament that you are in as a person. Sometimes you have to realize. I had a conversation with somebody the other day. They was like, our parents in the past, they just settled for shit. Like, they just settled. They didn't chase their dreams. They didn't do anything like that. But I know some parents, had kids at an early age, so their only choice was to go to a job, make some money, so they can feed their family and feed themselves. So I mean, it's really just depends on the demeanor and how you grew up as a person, or what you really feel like doing at the end of the day, how your life is going. I don't think nothing's wrong with it, but I think a lot of people will put shame on it because they'll just feel like you're a regular ass person, or you just have no creativity or oomph to your life.
Is there shame in playing it safe, basically?
No.
Nah.
Sure,
You have to. You kind of have to sometimes, because you see people fall off easily.
Yep.
You see people fall off.
My thing is about playing it too safe is getting comfortable. Because it's like you, excuse me, you work a 9 to 5 and you do it for so long, and it's just like, all right, this is good for me. It's steady money. I'm always making money. And then it's like, once you get into it, doing it, and just like you get too comfortable doing it, and that's like the only thing that you do.
Is there anything wrong with comfort?
No, I mean if it's something that you enjoy doing, take pride in it. If you feel like you're doing something meaningful, shit, do it. Like you could work probably the most minuscule job ever, but as long as you're happy with what you're doing and you take pride in what you're doing, then no one can knock you for it.
Yeah.
So,
because I mean, I feel like that the whole idea of like the American dream.
mm-hmm.
That's why foreign people come here and eat.
Yeah. Flex up.
Because they don't have no shame in working a 9 to 5 or having 5 jobs at the same fucking time.
They just don't want to go back.
They don't care, bro. Because that's the American dream for most people, is just being able to work.
Yeah.
So I think people are just entitled, bro. Like, America is just spoiled. It's like, bro, there is no shame in working a job. Like, that's how life is supposed to be lived.
Some people really feel like life always has to be like entertainment. Like they
Yeah.
always have to be a part of the entertainment that's going on in life instead of sitting back and just be like, oh man, they entertaining me, cool.
Mhm.
But I still got a life to live. Like I don't know. Like I get what how people live their life, but I don't know. You just can't judge somebody for wanting to do them or play it safe all the time. You just can't do that.
Yeah, and even like, I watch, well, growing up, it seems like the older I get, bro, the less I would want to be famous, honestly. And even though I do shit in entertainment like this podcast, I would hope that this podcast will blow up. That would bring fame.
Yep.
If I do stand-up comedy and I get popping on that would bring fame.
Man,
Yep.
But like, crazy fame, bro, no.
no.
When I was a kid, that's like the most greatest thing ever, but now it's like, no, bro.
You look at it, you see it, you see what goes on. You're like, nah, that's not even it.
No,
right
especially
there.
in this age, bro, where you can't walk nowhere.
Nah.
I'd rather be like subtly famous, like get recognized maybe once a week.
That's the thing I guess people forget about being famous, is that you're still a regular person, like,
Yeah.
before anything else. So it's like people, they meet these, I guess like celebrities or people that they idolize, and it's just like they're so excited to meet them, like because of how big they are, and they just forget that they're a normal person.
Yeah,
Just
no
like them.
more. Like they walk up on you feeding your kids.
Yeah.
Like, can I get a picture?
Man, bro.
And then it's like they get mad, like if they don't, I guess it's like give in or capitulate to their demands or to their wants. It's like, you
That's
fucked up.
stressful.
I'm just a fan of yours. I just wanted a picture.
Yeah.
It's like, no, like I have a life too.
Yeah, being famous is really a job.
Yes.
Literally.
Yeah, especially in today's climate.
A job. A whole ass job.
We
Yeah,
all-
that's all I wanted
we
to
all
talk
set?
about. What you got?
My unscripted question for this episode was, I think we should go back and kind of like introduce, how we came together, because 26 episodes in, or 25, or whatever episodes in, I feel like we never really gave the listeners one, like tell them what this podcast is about, or like what we want to do with this podcast, and two, like how it all started, like how we came together as a collective. So
I feel like
either y'all want.
I mean, I can go and then I can bounce off of Icy. I mean, it's all yeah.
I mean, if not, I'll start the shit. Like initially, like I'll like Icy said, like I wanted to do a podcast, as maybe a way to get out of Louisville and, get famous and blow up and get into the entertainment world. But from that, I'm starting to notice that it can't just be getting out of Louisville. It should be like trying to bring Louisville with me. I'm trying to show like the world what Louisville is, or like how we see the world.
Most definitely.
I knew like back in high school we played football together, and then along the way, like Icy introduced to Mark, and then Mark, like we was kidded off when we was cool, and then we just decided to get the podcast going.
Right.
It's
it's like I'm always gonna have fun telling the story, man. It's like I was just chilling, regular ass day. Me personally, like Jeremy said, like I wanted to do something either with YouTube or talking to somebody, interviewing somebody,
right.
and I wanted to be consistent with it, and I just didn't know who to start it with.
Right.
Man, I get on Twitter, Icy says, podcast starts soon. I'm talking about, it said seconds after the tweet, bro. Like dead ass. I closed Twitter and I texted him ASAP.
Yeah.
And after that, we had a whole ass conversation. And like Jeremy said, we met. And literally what Jeremy's saying, at first it was, man, I'm just trying to get out.
Right.
Or I need to do something with my life. But just like, life goes on, you understand that. Building other people's dreams is going to, further yours longer in the long run. That's what I always just learned. Yeah. But, I'm still doing me, and I'm still going to be funny, and we out here, man.
Most definitely. And the reason why I always wanted to, or not always, but it seemed like after high school, it was always brewing in my head that I wanted to do something like this. Like I even thought about radio before, but what it all comes down to is, bro, I just like to talk shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you always gonna talk your shit.
I used to always, actually, this is what sparked it. On Twitter, you always see people with viral tweets, with a funny tweet, everybody's loving it, and then all of a sudden the next week, Complex tweets something that's the same joke, and then everybody's like, we gotta stop posting our shit on Twitter. They're stealing all our shit.
Real talk.
So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna post all my shit on Twitter. I'm not gonna say everything I have to say on Twitter. I'm gonna keep it and try to find a way to monetize it. So whenever I have a funny thought, whenever I have a good topic to talk about, I bring it to the podcast, I bring it to when I go on stage, and that's how I do it. Instead of, you can't give away shit for free, bro. You gotta be able to monetize. If you are able to get a viral tweet, that means that you are able to make people laugh or touch people in real life too.
Yeah.
So why the fuck give it away for free?
Yep.
That's how I look.
And it's like in high school and stuff like that, making Instagram videos and stuff like that.
Yeah, Mark was doing the same shit.
It's like
I saw the one.
it's like making Instagram videos and stuff like that can only go like so far, like to an extent. So I wanted to do something to just so I could talk longer for one. Two, so people can get a message out of a joke at the end of the day. Yeah. And just so people are not doing anything, bro. Like, they're not doing anything during the day. So they can just sit down for 10, 15 minutes and just watch something, chill, somebody from their own city doing something productive. Yeah. So that's all I really wanted at the end of the day. So,
that and, give myself a platform. Yeah. Or come somewhere where I can communicate, what's going on. Or shit that I see, like, on a daily basis. Like, whether it may affect you or whether it may not. Like, I really want to talk about, like, the shit that no one really talks about. Or shit that people always should care about. Like, what's going on in our community. Like, what's going on in our world. Like, alright, you may not know about, like, this type of, like, business shit like this. Or, like, politics like this. Or how to get involved. So, to give, like, inspire people. Yeah, and also with podcasts, it's one of the few things where you actually do have your own platform. As opposed to, like, somebody that's Instagram famous. Yeah. I seen somebody post this. If Instagram deleted tomorrow, what would y'all be doing? And that's exactly what I think about. Like, Instagram, you need Instagram. Twitter famous, you need Twitter.
Yeah, literally.
You need your source. But the podcast is one of the few that you can just do your own shit, upload it, and that's it. That's something, and it can reach so many people. I think that's the thing sometimes that we take for granted is our audience. Hell yeah. Whenever I see people in other countries, like on the on the SoundCloud shit, I'm like, fuck. But that's the thing, like, we may think that we're only talking to local people. Yeah. And I think the one thing we should gotta start taking account for is our audience is way bigger than Louisville. Yeah. Like, anyone in the world can listen, like, after we upload this shit, anyone in the world can hear this shit. Or anyone can see the YouTube shit or whatever.
And I really feel like at the end of the day, we have conversations that are really brought up, but are not elongated. I feel like it's a here and there. Come on, I'm gonna store this nigga there.
Come on, man.
I'm a bad boy. My bad. Still bad boy. But no, I just feel like we have conversations that people talk about, but not for a long period of time. It's just like real stoppy. I feel like young black men can have conversations like this. Don't want to though.
No, we don't.
I think they're sometimes scared of what other people gonna say. Like, nigga, but nobody gonna talk about that right now, or some shit like that.
But that's the thing. If you don't want to talk about, when is the time to talk about it?
Yeah, exactly.
Is the question. So
facts.
All right, that's it. That's all I got for my unscripted questions. First topic.
You gotta get into
let's get into the shits. Now, this is gonna come back.
This topic been brewing for a minute.
And I'm talking like hot
we never even touched on it, bro. We had episodes where the shit was out and we never said nothing about it.
Yep.
Because I ain't want to be one of the motherfuckers that jump out there before you know everything. Before you know everything. We still technically don't know everything.
We don't. But I feel like we never will.
We know a good amount.
But my man,
Jussie Smollett. Yeah.
Lil' bro.
So basically, Lil' bro, little nigga from Empire, gonna come to the police, say that somebody ran up on him while he was going to Subway. 2 or 3 in the morning, something like that.
Going to the Subway.
Didn't know Subway was open that late, but okay.
The only one I know is from Valley.
Yeah.
With the drive-thru?
Yeah. That where you cooking and shit. And then apparently he said two white dudes approached him.
It was 2 African Americans.
I know, but he said 2 white dudes approached him
and
said, "Aren't you the Empire nigger or something like that?" The Empire, let's get the Empire in word. I'm like, okay, I'm following. I'm trying to listen to you.
That's wild. That's
so wild. He said, They beat him up, and he said he fought back, but eventually they jumped him, beat him up while screaming, "This is MAGA country."
And they like poured some unknown substance on him.
They said it was bleach. And put a noose around his neck. And here's the craziest shit. Alright, so here's the craziest shit.
Yes.
He went, the nigga went back to his hotel he was staying at. Or wherever, it might have been his apartment, I don't know.
Which is all speculation.
When he got there, he had his Subway sandwich. So he still went in Subway and got it.
After getting attacked?
Apparently.
This is all allegedly.
He went in the Subway, still got the sandwich,
Right.
went back to the hotel, and the noose was still on his neck. He never took it off.
Oh, Jussie, I didn't know
It was still
that.
on his neck. Come on,
Jussie.
How y'all feel about this?
Now, that's the first time me hearing a real story. You know, Icy, peels the onion back. You know, he peels that motherfucker back.
Yeah, Icy don't give us a full story.
Real talk. So that's the first time me hearing that motherfucker. And now, I ain't even fucking with dude. Like, what? Come on. I'm not saying I'm not fucking with him, but it's like, come on, bro. That story
It's
is
too confusing.
It's too confusing. You went into Subway after you got whooped?
Yeah.
No, I'm not hungry after that.
Yes. And, okay, so it's not 100% confirmed that it's kind of tricky, bro.
Yeah.
It's confirmed he was lying. It's confirmed he was lying.
Yes.
Because the two dudes were black dudes.
They were Nigerians.
Nigerians that they had security film of them buying noose like rope and shit at a gas
Yeah, you
station.
didn't see that?
No.
You seen that clip?
No.
Yeah, I seen that
There's
clip.
a clip.
And no, here's the craziest shit. The two niggas that supposedly got paid $3,500 each to beat him up were extras on episodes of Empire.
And bro, they about Z's height built like you.
Oh no.
Diesel, cock diesel, bro.
Yeah,
Like you couldn't have hired white dudes, bro. You couldn't find no white
black ass niggas.
Nigerian.
And they had a wave cap.
And then after
buying the shit.
And then after they fled the country. And
they celebrating.
With they $3,500.
They are celebrating. They went back home.
Listen, they fled the country. And then they came back, and it's when they came back that the police stopped them.
And
at
they
the airport.
switched
These
quick.
niggas-
And they turned on real quick.
Them niggas is a sicko.
I think with stuff like this, we really have to be careful, dog. Because let's say the shoe was on the other foot, and you ever see like those things on Twitter where it's like the white person like spray paints something on the car on
I'll
the
be
wall,
weak at
and
that.
then they say black people do it.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is the same thing, bro. Like
Because black people don't got good handwriting.
that. And we just have to be careful because, like, not to like cry wolf, because say something really did happen, like
that's why it's so fucked up that he did it.
Yeah, and then just lied about it.
Yeah, bro. People really be preying on other people's fears and shit.
Chief Grizzly said that.
So now when somebody actually does get attacked or fucked up, they're gonna be like, alright, yeah, right. Because we heard this nigga just made up the whole shit.
Yep.
So yeah, dude is really sick.
Man, seek help. I hope that he gets all the help that he needs, bro. Him and R. Kelly at the same jail too.
Man.
They really got him. They got R. Kelly,
but he got out.
Oh.
Yeah, some girl. I seen a snippet of that. His bill was what, 100 something.
Yeah.
$1 million. They said his bail was $1 million and he couldn't post it.
You only got paid 10%.
Because he's broke, bro.
Yeah.
He really is broke. That's why he's always touring. He said that shit in the I Admit song. That shit still slaps.
Nah. Bro, I still ain't heard that motherfucker.
I did it. Someone who ain't gonna go broke no time soon. Man, Robert Kraft.
Shout out to Robert Kraft.
He's not even allegedly. He was busted in Florida for like a prostitution ring. The only thing about that is it's tricky because in most cases
it's not tricky. It's tricking.
It's tricky if you got it.
It ain't tricking if you got it.
But it's a very, I'm not even gonna say sensitive or touchy topic because like in most cases in these prostitution rings, most of the girls are underage. So it's like
it wasn't a prostitution ring. It was a prostitution ring. No, it wasn't. Was it?
Yeah,
they said it was a happy ending massage.
No,
I thought it was a massage. I seen a massage.
That was a front
for
the prostitution ring. But most of the girls in these rings or in these situations are at a younger age, and it's mostly like sex trafficking.
Oh, word?
Yeah. So I mean,
damn, I was about to get jokes on.
Do y'all think that the NFL should take action? And if so, if they do take action, what should it be? I mean, he did bring embarrassment on the NFL.
He's in jail.
On the shield.
Robert's in jail?
Yeah.
I thought he was out too.
He's not in jail?
No. I thought he... No.
They didn't arrest him?
No. Even if they did, bro, he could post bail. Even if
Robert Kraft
in jail, you forgetting how rich he is. He owns the New England Patriots.
Robert Kraft won't post.
But what they gonna do? NFL ain't gonna do shit.
But I feel like they kind of have to though.
Can you even
They have to, because what's the difference? Okay, what's the difference between this and an NFL player that beats their girlfriend? Both are bringing embarrassment. Is just one.
The difference
is
is
not like
he's an owner.
True, but I'm saying you should.
Not a pawn. He's a king.
All right, but should they do the whole Donald Sterling thing where they force him to sell the team because it's like a bad look?
If they want to, they can. I didn't know about all that. I thought it was just a little happy ending.
Nah, man. Do your research. This is something that I just try to read a little bit about.
I actually saw something that said that he's not the most famous name that's gonna get uncovered.
Oh,
I was like,
that's.
Well, who could be bigger than him? Not since the commissioner himself.
The Don.
Hey.
DT. Little Trump.
Hey.
I hope you.
They're gonna need more than this.
Hey, Donald Trump might be. Hey, here's a real question. Who y'all think is more Teflon, untouchable? R. Kelly or Donald Trump?
Definitely Donald Trump. Right. Donald Trump got money.
Niggas.
Bro, that's what makes it even more impressive. R. Kelly don't even have that much money, but
honestly,
still
he's white.
somehow getting off. Bro, R. Kelly been getting off for 10, 20 years.
That's because R. Kelly had money. Once that money ran out, then it's over for you, bro. I'm sorry.
Man, he ain't making no hits neither.
So I'm saying the money's not coming in.
I would have left the country by now if I was him. Because them international tours probably pay more anyway.
Yeah, that's why Nicki is on the international tour.
Y'all see the Zion Williamson shoot thing?
Yeah, so with Zion Williamson, bro, we kind of had this debate a little bit before the podcast started, but we're going to go all the way in now. Pause.
Come on, man. We know you ain't there. You ain't gonna say pause. I know you ain't there. You ain't gonna say pause, man.
All right, so Zion Williamson gets injured. Yeah. His Nikes blow the fuck out.
He's been playing the same shoes all season. Like
those
the
Nikes
same pair of shoes all season.
Those Nikes look
trash.
Paul
Jordans.
I'll be honest. They look trash.
They look horrible. That's why I was like
Paul Jordans. Old man shoes. But yeah, he fucked his shit up. He still hasn't played yet. He's not back yet still, right?
No, yeah, he said he's gonna miss his third straight game.
Them niggas just lost yesterday.
Yeah.
So here's the debate. When it comes to college players not getting paid, not being able to make a cent off of what they're doing out there,
Yes.
no matter how much publicity Zion brought to Duke, he ain't make $1.
True.
Now that he's hurt, should he sit out? Should he sit out because he already has guaranteed NBA money on the way, or should he tough it out for his school, try to win a championship? What y'all think? I sit out.
I think that before any of this even happened, when you signed to Duke, the goal was to win a national championship.
That Duke,
Was it not?
Bro,
Was it not?
Yes,
You think so?
Yes. It was definitely to get out there with his homies,
Most definitely.
Cam, RJ, and the rest, and try to win a championship.
I don't know, bro.
So that's still the goal in mind. And another thing is this injury isn't as bad as what it seems. It's just like a bad. It's a grade one knee sprain.
For now.
For now, it could be worse.
It's not worse, bro. I don't think that's.
But you come there to play basketball. I can understand if he tore ACL or something, you got to sit out. But with something like this, I mean, I think play, because even if you do sit out and you do decide, all right, I'm gonna take my time to get ready for the draft, you can still get hurt. You can still get hurt preparing for the draft. Like no matter if you were to play basketball anywhere else other than Duke right now, there's still the possibility that
You
you
don't
can
have
hurt.
to play.
I mean, I really just.
But you still got to prepare for the draft.
Yeah, he has to prepare. He gotta play.
But I'm in that.
He gotta play at 5-on-5, man. He gotta keep doing that.
The best way to prepare himself for the NBA is to play against the competition.
Madness, though, in my personal opinion, like he shouldn't play till the tournament starts. Maybe a couple games in the ACC tournament.
But then the contrary to that is, if he keeps playing on it, and he fucks the knee up worse, then there is no NBA.
I can feel it, but I don't know if it's that bad though, man.
It's not.
I just don't feel like it's that bad.
You don't play with knees, bro.
True.
I sit out.
True.
Because I'll be honest, if I'm a college athlete and I already know that I'm a lottery pick, fuck this college.
I mean, he does have to trade.
We'll probably hear it. We'll hear it in a couple of days.
Saying that
Because
shit's
he's just not gonna keep sitting there with nothing about nobody hearing nothing.
I ultimately think that he's going to end up playing for the rest of the season.
I
don't really like Duke.
Now that I don't know, it's on the fence. It's on the fence, but I would want him to play just as a basketball fan. But it's
I
on the
always
fans.
thought he was gonna be a bust anyway.
But you forget he's the main reason why I feel like everybody comes to these games. Like
That's what's so
everybody
Obama
comes to
was at
see
that
Zion
motherfucker.
to see Zion, bro.
Yeah, they said tickets were like higher than they've ever been.
To see Zion play.
Exactly.
So he's prime time. Either way, you're gonna get your money worth.
That's why I say
And
fuck the NCAA, bro.
You're not gonna get that experience in college, bro. Nobody's coming to see you no more. They're coming to see LeBron,
Yeah.
James Harden.
Yeah.
Like,
It comes to the next big thing.
They not coming to see you.
I don't know, bro.
Niggas ain't buying Knicks tickets. Yeah, it's Zion, nigga.
It's the money though, bro.
Yeah, I feel you.
The money's in the back of your head. Like,
Yeah, at the end of the day.
I can sit out and be guaranteed to have my family set for life.
But I think he's a dog, man. He's a dog.
Yeah, I'm sure he's gonna play. I think he's gonna play.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna play.
Moving out sports.
Yeah.
You see the Tiger in the club shit?
Man, niggas got to stop pressing Tiger out.
He's gotta leave Tiger alone.
Real talk.
He's really
Tiger?
nothing but hits.
Tiger?
Yeah, that's my dog.
Soulja Boy's distance
Tiger?
is trash.
I just
Oh, yeah,
listened to
yeah,
Tiger's
yeah.
old album.
Do we even care about the video of Tiger in the club?
Yeah. Oh no, but what? Okay. So Tiger was getting thrown out the club. I want to just explain it. Tiger was getting thrown out the club
Yes.
very angrily. They're trying to grab him. He's resisting. He's trying to fight the security guard. He finally gets him outside. He goes to his personal security guard, and the security guard has a holster with a gun in there on his hip.
Yeah.
Tiger reaches for it. The security guard says, no, it ain't worth it. They get in the car. They leave. His homie's like, man, y'all lucky. Get the fucking cameras out of here. I thought it was dope. I thought it was fire. Now, what is y'all... Have y'all ever been kicked out of a club or a party?
Yes.
Yes.
I have been kicked out of a bar.
I've been kicked
How
out.
did
It wasn't even a bar. It wasn't even a club. It was a bar.
How did that go? I just want to discuss what is the proper protocol when being kicked out.
Nah, just leave. Just leave.
Word?
Bro, just leave.
It was
I think Tigers was
it
kind
was in high school, and this girl didn't fuck with me
Ah, man.
because I didn't tell her that her boyfriend was cheating on her. And we was close friends, right? So she held that grudge from me all year. She held that grudge from me all year.
She ain't watching.
It's her boyfriend's birthday party. It's probably about to be the fattest party of the year in school.
Damn.
She tells me in school, do not come. Me and my niggas went to that motherfucker, and then we got kicked out.
Did y'all get kicked out?
They see.
Was there any physicality, or did y'all just?
No, we walked in. Everybody was like, Marcus is here, Marcus is here, Marcus is here. And then I walked up, I was like, happy birthday, bro. I said, Ruthie Woo. And then they was like, get the fuck out, get the fuck out. And I took pictures on their front porch, you know. I respect them now, though. I respect them now.
Yeah, I think
so.
Bro, I think the way Tiger handled it was the best way you can handle it, bro.
What's that? Go and try to get
Super
the,
mad,
get
act
the
like
money?
you gonna clap the shit up and make niggas know to never do it again. And actually, even if Tiger wasn't about it, that's why your homie that gets kicked out with you is the key.
Yes. You definitely got to keep
Your homie
kicked out with somebody.
Your homie gotta make you look tough. So
Turn that shit off, nigga.
My brother called me.
Wow. Okay. But anyway,
So yeah, my bad.
Tiger's homie is the one that made the whole video. So Tiger's homie is like, nah, bro, fuck that shit. It ain't worth it. He said, I know. You ain't gotta do it, man. It ain't worth it. So the homie gotta play it up like you really about to kill somebody.
Yeah.
And make you look tough, bro. That's the key, bro.
But then in case you don't end up looking tough, because
Yeah,
it's like the homie, like, he's holding me back. Like, hold me back.
The homie back homie is important, bro.
Literally. You gotta make sure he's big.
Pause.
Pause. Real talk.
Come on, man. Stop with the pause, man.
Literally. You gotta make sure he's
Oh, that was
big.
excessive, bro. I ain't gonna lie. But I ain't never been
Have
kicked
you
out
ever?
of nothing, bro.
Okay, I was just about to ask. Have you ever been? Do you ever think that you will be kicked out of somewhere?
No.
How will you handle it if you were to get kicked out of somewhere? Because you're not 21 yet, so you ain't.
Look, I am 21.
Oh, what you talking about?
What
My
the
bad.
fuck?
My bad. Happy late birthday.
I'm gonna be 22 next month.
I was about to say his birthday tomorrow.
You'll never go out.
CTE.
You ain't never been in Sully's with us.
Us? Nigga, Marco goes to Southern
You ain't
Shooter.
never been in Sully's with us. Mark was.
That's what I've been
Nigga, I
saying
seen
since
you
September.
there.
I ain't been to Sully since September.
Oh, you talking about you? That was on Halloween. That was, I think. Nah, I went one time after that.
That was and I ain't been back since.
Shit,
I
when
went one
when
time.
we hitting those Sully's?
Oh, God.
Celebrate the podcast.
Maybe.
Shit,
More life.
maybe we get kicked out.
More life, more podcasts.
30 minutes in, the Oscars. Do you really think that they could fix like they fixed Black History Month or made up for it by giving Black Panthers all those Oscars?
That movie is fake. It ain't got shit to do with real history. That shit ain't got nothing to do with Black history.
But don't downplay the significance of that movie though.
I guess. To kids.
Not even to kids, just to Black people as a whole. Because you gotta think, bro, when that movie came out, Black people dressed up to go to the movies. Like they showed out.
Boy.
Like the way that white people like dress out for like Harry Potter and Star Wars and shit, Black people did that.
Yeah, I know they was out there in their dashikis.
Is that really that important though?
Yeah,
I feel like it was to have a black movie, a movie as black as that.
A superhero movie?
As black as that though, like I feel
We
like
never
black movie. We wouldn't hype for that.
Nah.
Right, some
I
shit
mean, we was niggas playing fuck the police.
Nah, but that's some nigga shit that you can relate to. This is some positive shit. Like,
yeah,
this nigga can conquer the world type shit. I guess.
Just the fact that it like so many kids wanted to be Black Panther, wanted to dress up as Black Panther. We can't downplay the significance of it.
No,
we can't.
Like that, yes, there are probably better Marvel movies, like as far as plot and everything, but there are a few Marvel movies where they show a world like that and that have that kind of impact on other people, like the kids and shit.
Word. What's today's date?
Today is the 27th.
Okay, so how many? That's one day left in Black History Month.
Yeah.
How was it? What's your grade out of 10 on Black History Month?
I give it a 2 out of 10. 2? 2 out of 10. Well, this year, that and all the other shit that happened. You had the Gucci shit. You had the new shit hanging around the neck. You had Donald Trump wilding.
Of course.
Was he wilding? Yeah, Donald Trump was wilding.
I feel like it was a 5 out of 10. There was some good, some bad, but it wasn't all like whack. But it was some surprises. There was some surprises that like, damn, February y'all gonna do this to us in February. Like 21 hit me. That one was the most. Yeah.
That was funny.
That was the most wrecking one.
I feel like February was just another like extension of January, which is just. And January was just an extension of 2018. Like the first 2 months. What I'm saying, the first 2 months have just been like the bonus track. The bonus track of 2018. So we gonna see what March is.
It's most definitely like
2018.
You go to the store and you buy your shit. You know, you ain't built it yet though. You just look at it every day, procrastinating. That's what January and February is.
But we closing out Black History Month a little bit positive. This ain't even on the topic list, but Tristan Thompson cheating on Chloe for a black woman. That's beautiful.
Come on, man.
That's
yes,
beautiful.
You have to go back to your roots.
Are you ready to go? Are you ready to go?
Oh, did you see that Kanye video?
Oh, yeah. No. I had this conversation with Z. It's not even that he's back. It's just I'm happy to see that he's happy making music again.
He probably always was on the low.
Right, he's always happy making music.
Nobody recorded.
But that's the thing. He's around. I feel like he's around so much bullshit, like being around Kim and the family. They're like. But that just being around being around like someone who always has to like post something on social media, always has to be somewhere or be seen or be out. That holds like a lot of stress on you.
Yeah.
So like I don't know how he's coped with that, but seeing him happy about something and the music being the biggest thing that he's happy about, that makes me happy.
Yeah, it was jamming.
Water. What is that? I can't answer. Water sign peach emoji.
He said water sign peach emoji.
You gonna be mad? Oh, keep going.
We stop. We take a break.
Hold on, let me text this bitch.
Look at this. Still on live though.
Still on the live, bro.
Text this bitch.
Oh, you hearing? What?
She's probably in the live.
I ain't even gonna respond right now. Oh, fuck. Alright.
You good?
Yeah,
Alright. So what's the last thing?
What was he talking about? This nigga. What was he talking about, bro? Kanye.
Yeah.
Damn, everybody's busy.
Bro, we're recording the podcast. I'll call you back. Bye.
He said, my bad.
Are you ready to go? Right. Recording now.
Alright, what about Kanye? Wait.
This is Joe Budden from the Joe Budden Podcast.
Bring it back, pause.
Have you watched Joe Budden? Have you listened to Joe Budden?
In a minute.
You ready?
Yeah. That's a punch.
Yeah, punch him.
My bad.
It wasn't my fault.
But yeah, about Kanye, I guess that
feature
nigga he look happy in the video, a 30-second clip. But what does that really mean?
Some fire music on board.
Niggas.
In my
So you can
opinion.
say all it takes is a video with a black choir and niggas love him right here. And look at Jerm. He felt right for it.
I was playing that on the aux cord.
Yeah, niggas was like, bro, niggas was really like, bro, this shit is sounding fire. The niggas not know that he's literally just playing the chords to a Kurt Franklin song.
Yes.
That's all he's doing. Then these guys
It's not
but
joking.
everything sounds more fire when you got a gospel choir in the back.
The choir was eating, but this nigga only hit like 2 keys, bro.
But
He really-
choir
If
was
you can
eating.
get, bro, I'm telling you, anybody making music, if you can get a black gospel choir or a little kid singing, like the chorus or the hook or something in the background,
Dead ass.
shit's
On
gonna be
some,
fire.
Dead
what's
ass.
that movie with Whoopi Goldberg?
Sister Act.
Yeah, on some Sister Act shit. That movie fire.
That movie is fire for real.
I might watch that tonight.
Nah, we have
Your topic.
I wanted to talk about Louisville for this last however long of the podcast.
I'm gonna end the live real quick.
Right,
Keep talking.
go ahead. Just because there's been a lot going on, man. Over the weekend, I don't know if y'all heard, there were two shootings.
Yep.
There was one at Olive Garden, which one person died, and then there was another at a Myers grocery store, and that was probably like 5 or 10 minutes away from my house.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, just to think that it can happen, you can be pretty much anywhere, and that shit can happen, and it can pop off. And I know that, like, your sister, she worked at Myers, so like, did you, like, how?
I mean, it's just crazy, bro. I just didn't know, like, they said like somebody got mad, like people are really just furious, like, and then resolving to a point where like you feel like you have to fire a gun at every situation. It's just ridiculous. But I mean, people got problems of their own that they need to figure out. I mean, I'm glad my sister's okay, and I'm glad that everybody who left Myers is, you know, a stable condition.
Right.
But you know, the Olive Garden situation too, like, come on.
Well, yeah, one person left dead,
Like,
and
come on now. It's just ridiculous.
So, I guess give y'all context and bring her in the story. I don't know what happened because I wasn't there. But this is all like allegedly. There were 2 gentlemen. There was the aggressor, like a little girl had bumped into the aggressor, and he had felt some type of way about it. And the guy, and then the guy, the gentleman that was shot, he had said something to him. He was like, to the degree of, she's just a little kid,
Chill out.
And
bro.
then the aggressor felt some type of way, and I shot him point blank range. I don't know if that's the true story. It's just, you know.
But I mean, I done seen that story more than once.
Bro, when I see some shit like that, that person ain't right in the head, bro.
They're not.
They shouldn't be out here.
No, that's bro. That's not how you think, bro. A kid.
How old was the kid? Like 4 years old or something? 5 years old?
Bro, if a kid bump you like down here, bro, come on, bro.
But then, I mean, it's easy to say that, but also we don't know. You don't know what that person was going through that day.
Have you ever?
You don't know what.
Have you ever had a kid bump into you?
I'm not defending that person at all. I'm not saying that he's right or he's justified. But I'm just saying we can't be so quick to say, all right, like he's wrong for one, yes, but I mean you don't know what he's going through. People have bad days.
They have to get.
But I done had bad days. I ain't never had a day where
people
go
through shit too.
Into me, bro. I know people go through shit, but I'm saying he's not in the right mind. Clearly,
literally, bro. People like
some
that
type
are.
of institution.
Yeah,
something.
When people get checkups, that should really be in the doctor's like already checked up.
Yeah, like you should have to have a mental
like
evaluation.
literally,
like you have to have a dentist appointment.
Like literally, bro.
Mental evaluation for some people. Because I don't understand what the hell be going on.
I hope that's a law soon, bro.
Right,
that should be a law soon, bro.
So from this situation, from both shootings happening, well, how do you think that? First, how do you think Louisville should respond to it? Like what do you think that we
should?
We
how should
we go about this after knowing everything, knowing what happened?
I mean, the best thing that we can do is just keep everybody safe at the end of the day. You know, make sure that we're doing everything that we have to do.
But how we do that?
But how do we do that? No, I can't give you no real answer. Like for real, I can't give you no real answer other than me doing what I do every day to stay safe and make sure that my people are safe.
Right.
So, but as a whole, people have to talk to each other. Like, people have different thoughts about a certain person.
Yeah.
And like you said, yes, people go through shit, you know, and you don't know what they're going through. But there's some things that can be talked out
also,
with a different person.
Yeah.
I think that I know, again, saying that there are some people out there that may not be in the right mind and may be having a bad day.
Yeah.
I think it's important for people that are in the right mind.
Yes.
To go about life logically.
Yes.
And not emotionally. So
yes.
if you see somebody going off about a little kid, clearly, you gotta eat that, bro. You ain't gotta start a fight. You ain't gotta look tough. Just say, all right, this dude is crazy. Let's walk the fuck away.
Yeah, know who you're dealing with.
Yeah,
know what you're dealing with. Yeah.
Or just know people are really capable of crazy these days. Like, don't underestimate somebody's level of crazy.
Do you think people are scared of being the hero type? Like, do you think that's why nothing was probably resolved?
Anytime I feel like you put people in a situation to where something's going on, and you have to force them to like react to something or to stand up to something. 9 times out of 10, they're not. They're just gonna sit back and hope for the next person to do something. And then like once it's like you see that person do something, it's like, all right, maybe I do need to act, or maybe I do need to like, you know, let the person know like you tripping, or let them know what you think instead of being a bystander. Because
I'm dumb. I guess I'm dumb as hell, cause bro, whenever I see like when I had to do like somebody breaks in your job and shoots it up, like the little training, I'll be like, bro,
active shooter shit.
I might go tackle this nigga.
Like something, bro, like for real.
I be wanting to be the one to save the day, bro. I guess most people don't think like that, but I always be like, bro, I think I can go.
I think I can do it.
Bro, a nigga who thinks fast like that doesn't think fully. So So a nigga runs up in the store and just out of nowhere pulls out a gun. Well, he ain't fully thought about what he's about to do. Go get that nigga.
Yep.
So I feel you on that one.
I feel like I'm not gonna say I'm the opposite, but it's just like there's no telling really what you could do.
Yeah.
Cause like, all right, say that we are put in that situation right now. Someone would.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying that. I'm not,
once the moment comes, you never really know what you can what you're about to do.
I see.
If I'm close to the door, hey,
I'm out. Just like I was at Sonic.
As far as going to like how I feel, I think. Louisville and it's like the United States as a whole what they should do in response to this is we have to take action, man. It can't be no more sitting back and wishing thoughts and prayers upon people that are involved in accidents like these. We can't just say, oh well, you know, we have to have a conversation about it. We have to, you know, do something. We have to act on it. There's no more of just thoughts and prayers.
It's just a broad issue, bro. It's like, okay, what are we supposed to attack? Do you attack people's mental health needs to be evaluated more?
Right.
Or do you attack people shouldn't have guns? Or do you go after...
Right.
Or do you go after, like, it's so many issues within one... Yeah.
But I feel like at least have a conversation about like... have a town hall about it. Have like to address it, like especially at these lower levels, bro. Because like I alluded to maybe a couple episodes ago, for shit to change, bro, it has to start like at the lower level and then gradually, like maybe shit like once it hits at the lower level, then it makes a trickle effect.
I think there are conversations about it, but it's today's news cycle.
Like when when communities have their days, like quote unquote Newburgh Day, like shit like it can be talked about easily, bro. Like you can sit with a mic and just talk. Bro, trust me, niggas will listen if you have a mic and you are talking.
And it takes the right person. It takes the right person to like, I guess to get people inspired to want to take action and do things.
Most definitely.
If it's us, then that's cool. Like I'm cool with it being us. But if it's somebody else, like cool. But I just want there to be someone to like speak out on this shit and like encourage people and get people to take action.
And I think, and no lie, bro. I think it's in the works. We just don't know them yet. Yeah, we just don't know the people yet. I feel like there's a lot. There might be people in the city right now working on what we talking about, but have to wait for the right moment, the right people, the right connects. Because they just don't want to put bullshit out there and not have nobody follow.
That's true.
So it's just a process. Like we don't know what people are doing.
Yeah, we don't know who's going to hear this. So
hey,
the motherfucker that's doing it.
Exactly.
Might hear this. So.
And another thing, people of Louisville, man, don't be afraid to tap into y'all resources. Because I feel like now it's just like I always hear people say there's nothing to do in Louisville. There's not shit like about Louisville. When really, like, we know the people, like, our age or maybe older than us or maybe younger than us coming up or whatever, that can do shit.
Yeah,
Like,
we old enough to make our
y'all
own
into
shit.
computers. Like,
Yeah.
I'm into doing camera shit and shit with audio. We got Kayla and Eric, they do clothes. We got other people doing clothes. We got people that, I mean, do eyebrows, cut hair, shit like that.
Yeah.
So, like, you know people, man, just don't be afraid to tap into that shit. You know, maybe, like, I guess ask people. Like, don't be afraid to, like, go to somebody and just be like, hey, like, I know what you're doing. I don't really know nothing about it. Can you teach me something about it? Or can you tell me about what you do? Instead of just, you know, just going through life saying, oh, well, I don't know someone who does this or someone who does that. Or, like, I have to get a local to meet somebody who does this and does that.
You gotta look, man.
Facts. Hey, bro, that's an IG snippet right there.
Yeah, real talk,
Yeah,
dude.
was talking his shit.
Real talk.
Nah, man, I didn't even, that's the thing, I didn't even plan for it to be like this. It's
But
just
I
some
mean,
shit that
people
I
didn't
want to
hear
talk
it, so
about.
fuck it, yeah.
So I hope it reaches the masses.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Did I get anything else? Before we get
Yes,
out
we
of
got
here?
it.
Man,
I think we good.
all niggas need to know that I'm back again this summer with another.
Yeah, oh yeah, we
Trust me, it's gonna
yeah.
be way better than it's always been.
Oh,
Trust me.
shit.
Trust me.
Yep.
So tune in for that.
I'm going this year. I'm about to be fucking brolic.
No, this is-
Man, trust me.
Brolic.
I gotta be out there
Hey,
too.
I ain't gonna lie. I need somebody to teach me how to swim.
Bro.
Hit me.
Hit 'em.
Alright, you teach me how to kickbox, I'll teach you how to swim.
But
Fuck out
Yeah.
of here.
swimming's
This
harder.
nigga has
Bro.
I can teach you how to swim.
They said,
Easily.
bro, somebody told me that it's almost impossible to teach an adult how to swim.
Nah.
Nah.
All right,
You can go to the Y and learn it easy,
we're
bro.
gonna work. We're gonna work then.
Alright, any shout outs, anything?
Shout out my nigga Larry.
That was lazy. Shout out to Mark. We don't, also, just to give y'all a heads up, we don't know when the next episode will be. Like right now, we'll give y'all more updates as it comes. Pause.
That was
because we
nice.
don't. Oh no, man. I was just fucking with you. Because we don't. We have to work out this whole where we gonna shoot at.
Life
I
is
did.
crazy.
But yeah, just stay with the Instagram, stay with our Twitter, stay with our Instagram.
Please
Snapchat.
stay with the Instagram. I'm gonna keep y'all updated on a lot of March Madness shit. My
Oh, yeah.
niggas link in,
Yeah.
tune into what I got.
We want to do something special.
We're gonna do something special.
We want, yeah.
And since y'all always want to come on here and talk, we just gonna bring it to y'all. We're gonna bring it to y'all. Trust me, I got y'all.
We're gonna pull up. We're gonna have the soundboard in the car. We're gonna pull up with the cameras. We're gonna pull up and everything.
We
So
got
just let us
y'all.
know when and where.
Man, we got y'all. So other than that, we're gonna have to wrap this up, man.
We out. Sophisticated Ignorance episode
Yeah.
26.
We got the AK.
You know it, keep it honest.
It was a good episode. 46 minutes.
Hey, what we say at the beginning? I said something.
City boys.
That's the name, bro. That's the name of the episode.
Let me see. Can I see that external hard drive?